Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world, when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. I've been having some downtime. It's been really wonderful since Christmas. Thank you all for your feedback on my 2022 predictions. They will be on their own playlist, so you can revisit them through the year and check them out. I also have another predictive 2022 video to come on climate change, which I recorded a few days ago. So that's all coming over the next week or so. But today I wanted to get on and look at Sean Hannity. I have been, I guess I've read on him in the past, but I've been meaning to put a bit of focus on him. I've always decided not to do that in the past because, quite frankly, he's not somebody that I want to get up close and personal with energetically. It's not the kind of energy I want to sit in. But as you know, the January 6th committee's work on the insurrection at the Capitol on January the 6th, 2021, came up in my predictions for 2022. And I again said that this is absolutely an instrumental point in the US history. And of course, that committee investigation is where the action is going to be throughout 2022. Now, in the time that I was off, of course, Hannity, they've written to his employer, Murdoch's Fox News, and has asked for Hannity's cooperation in speaking with the committee. The reason they want to talk to him, for those that aren't up to speed with this, although I guess all of you are, is that there were a series of texts from Hannity to the ex-president expressing a great deal of worry and concern about what was going to happen in the next 48 hours. That, of course, taken with all the other evidence that is coming forward about a war room, about links between the Oath Keepers, some of the far right winged groups, and the president's inner circle, and of course we're yet to hear the evidence. I think connecting him with the actual organisation physically of the insurrection. We all know it's probably there, and it's just a matter of time before it comes out. The DOJ head, Merrick Garland, has said, rest assured, whether they be named yet or not, the investigation into the insurrection proceeds and will include everybody that had a role in it. So that's a bit of a warning to Trump over the bow. So the question is, as the committee digs more deeply, and of course I have to shout out to the Queen of Wands again, Liz Cheney. Later in January, Dr. Victoria Skirbo and I will be doing another joint reading. Obviously, we do this from time to time. She's a dear old friend of mine, and we have had a little glimpse of Cheney's chart, and we've overlaid it. I don't want to give too much away, but suffice to say we've overlaid it on the American chart as well as Trump's chart, and I tell you, it's going to be a very interesting session. But a shout out to her for her tenacity. She is going all out to really take Trump down. That's very evident. And she's very focused along with that. But let's move to Hannity after that bit of preamble and chit-chat and catch-up. Let's have a look at what did he know that worried him so much. What was it? What was it? Now remember, a member of the Proud Boys or Oath Keepers, I can't remember which group, supposedly did a tour of the White House before January 6th in early January. And when they were questioned about it, he was just a tourist visiting the White House doing the tour. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I mean, really, honestly. What was Hannity so worried about? What did Hannity know? What did Hannity know about the 48 hours to come in which the insurrection occurred? What did he know? Okay, so I've got a image of a door, and it's in a darkened room, and there's light coming through it. What is this? Okay, so what I think, and there's a lot of people in the room, I think he knew about, I'm just going to go out there. He knew of meetings that were planning the insurrection. That's what I see. Clandestine kind of meetings. There are a lot of people in this room, so I'm not sure whether it's he'd heard about Proud Boys or other groups, Oath Keepers, whoever they were, planning this. The point is there was pre-planning of an insurrection. It didn't just happen as a result of a rally getting out of control. Okay, that's important to know. All right. What did Hannity know? What did Hannity have advance warning of? What did Hannity know? Okay, so we've got the King of Swords, a plan or a strategy, communication. He knew of a plan or a strategy to storm the Capitol. I just want to say that. He knew of a plan or a possible plan or strategy to storm the Capitol in the way that it was stormed. The Three of Pentacles is crossing the King of Swords. 3 groups involved. Okay, this is what we fail to grasp, and I do love pulling the cards in this way, in an investigative way. This of course is for entertainment purposes only. That's my disclaimer. There were 3 major players in this plan or strategy, and he knew of it. Perhaps through a connection with, could have been Giuliani, for example, Mark Meadows, for example. I'll get to Mark Meadows in a minute. Yes, he had information. Someone emailed or texted him about this plan. Now, if he was going to Trump and saying, I'm really worried about the next 48 hours, the question is, was Trump aware or in on this plan? Now, of course, we can say he is, but is the evidence there? So we've got some kind of email. And this is why I think the committee is linking. They're having to link to get to the evidence, which is really hard because it is so clandestine. And getting Trump's records might just prove that he had advance warning that something violent could take place. And that's why Hannity is such a key figure, because if he had advance warning and he went ahead and held that rally and said those words, then didn't act when it happened, that, further deepens the evidence around that criminal charge of obstructing the electoral votes there, the ratification of that. There is a communication that exists that's very important to this scenario. Now, in the past, we have the abuse of power. This is a reading on Hannity. What did he know? He knew about a possible abuse of power. He sensed it, he felt it, he knew it. He understood the gravity of what was happening. But this is also, I'm getting a pull to his abuse of power. What is someone who was at a Murdoch-owned network doing, advising and literally running propaganda for the president? Now, as I understand it, in America, Fox is has some kind of position with the cable TV, and it receives income from that. So under your communication laws, there are, I'm assuming, certain networks that get paid for this cable service, whether people watch it or not. Now, how did that happen? So again, this is quite serious for Murdoch, that one of his anchors has participated in trying to bring an elected government down. Hannity. We'll pull some other cards on Hannity. What we've got in the sky is the Two of Wands. So there are, Hannity can go one of two ways. What did he know? Okay, pathways, plans, something coming to fruition in time. Again, I go back to the King of Swords. Be patient also that this evidence is going to come out. Because look, this page is carrying that wand. So, let's have a look at what's in the near future. The Hanged Man. What did he know of? It will come out that he knew of a plan to stall or suspend the certification or ratification of the electoral votes on January the 6th via a storming of the Capitol event. That's what it will come out as. Now, if that communication to the ex-president is there, again, you can see why Cheney keeps bringing up this criminal charge of obstructing the certification via inaction or action. That committee is pretty much laying out the case for the DOJ. Now, at the moment, we've got the Empress card. Now, normally this is my card in connection with Russia, but she's also holding Venus, very, very aligned with Taurus and Venus, and the North Node's moving into Taurus. You know, I'm getting a real pull that this investigation is there for the long haul. It is strong. It will uncover what it needs to uncover, and when it does, it's going to be quite significant, hence what came up in my 2022 readings. Yes, the government, the Hierophant. So that is the environment around this. It's also the grifting. It's also what Hannity has made or taken, or maybe, I don't know, has Hannity received, something? Is he influenced by Russia? I'm not sure. But we've got government here in the environment, strong government. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, that's interesting. Why would he be worried? Hopes and fears. Why would he be worried about this money trail? Why would Hannity be worried about this money trail? Were some of these groups paid, funded by dark money? That's the other side of the equation that hasn't. We know that the supermarket heiress paid for the rally to cut. She funded the actual rally, but what we haven't got yet is the dark money. The dark money funding to some of these militias. That's what hasn't been uncovered, and where might that be coming from? That's interesting. That's what they fear. That's what they fear the most. The uncovering of the dark money web to these groups in order to fund that storming of the Capitol. The Queen of Cups is the outcome. What did he know? This is Cancerian type of energy. It is a card that she has her cup there, and something is always revealed. She normally in other suits, in other cards, in other tarot decks, has her hand over the cup, suggesting something will be revealed. She's kind of like the archetype. Came up very early. Something will be revealed. What did he know? He knew about something that would be revealed, that wasn't, but could. Let's see what's clarifying that. The ending. Okay, the ending. Queen of Cups is also stability, nurturing, the ending of something. And that possibly that somebody could be killed. Somebody could die. Who is that Queen of Cups? That could have even been a target, a Cancerian woman. But we've also got the Death card as the clarification. So he was worried somebody could die. Why would he be that worried if it was just a peaceful rally and protest march? Why would he have been worried that people could die? Five of Cups. Yeah, that kind of goes with the Death card. He was worried. He knew. Here's the Queen of Cups. He was worried that people could get hurt. See what is at the basis of the pack. Absolutely. Mortally wounded. He was worried that people could die. And he was right, because they did. The Moon secrets emerging. I'm going to draw a clarification on her, because she's significant in this narrative. And we have the Page of Swords, treasonous kind of behaviour. Oh, wow. So, he had advanced knowledge. There was pre-planning by these militias, clandestine meetings. He was told of them, and he was worried that people could die. Okay. And so he texted Trump with his concerns. And of course, obviously Trump not only didn't act to prevent this on the day, he also went ahead and held that rally. And they are worried that, I think it is the funding to these groups. I think that's what they're worried about. So let's get a clarification on this Queen of Cups. I'll put the clarifiers back in and see what else we pull. And then I want to do a Kipper reading on Hannity, which I think I promised about a year ago and I never got round to doing, because I just didn't want to sit in his energy. But he is really under pressure now. And if I were to look at his astrology chart and his current transits, I guess you could see it there as well. Well, I'm sure, not a guess. I'm sure you could. So the Queen of Cups, please show me some clarity. A lot of information in that pool there. Show me the Queen of Cups. Why is she here in relation to Hannity, what he knew and what he didn't? He might have been told by someone in his circle, a woman. He knew the truth. Somebody told him something. With that Knight of Swords, storming of the Capitol, he was anxious. So now I know who she is. This could even be the information came via one of his female people. So again, who else was communicating with Hannity? Maybe the committee has more information than what they're publicly saying at this point, because he knew about a potential insurrection and he was quite anxious about it. That Queen of Cups not only represents something being revealed, but it could also be representative of who told him, how he got this information. Right, let us have a look at Hannity. Let me just get the main mail out. of the pack, and then I'll bring the laptop down. I find that these Kipper cards really work well, and I find them very accurate. So we'll see, there he is, main male. We'll see what, just get the main female out. All right, we'll see what they've got to say. All right, let's get started with this one. So we have here the main male. What goes behind him is the past, the middle row is the present, and the front row is the future. So I'm going to ask, I'm glad I'm not doing a chakra reading on Hannity, because that's when you've really got to tune into the energies. This is a little bit different, the Kipper. So this being Hannity, I want to look at what is coming up for Hannity. What has gone before in relation to the insurrection and what is coming up. Now again, if he had knowledge, first-hand knowledge of a planned insurrection, he will be in trouble himself. So let's see what the Kipper reveals, what is coming up for Hannity in relation to the insurrection, please. Okay, let's take a look. So we've got the Thief in the past. What an apt card for Hannity, the Thief. It's why I call him a bastion of virtue, with a lot of sarcasm there. The Coffin. Some kind of ending has already happened for him. The Coffin. But this is in relation to the house. No, this is in relation to the question I asked. People died. He had knowledge of that. Thief. There's something else here without dwelling to, or without going into a psychic reading for him. There's somebody that he betrayed in his past, I think for money. But let's not, as I said, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. I just get a pull to something in his past that is, you know, we've all got karma, haven't we? Karma comes back to us like a boomerang. Change in the present. The things are changing for him. He's no longer, doesn't have the ex-president's no longer in power. And I do call him the ex-president for a reason, because I don't think he was ever a president. Okay, so he doesn't deserve to be called a president. So here we go. Wealthy man. Okay, so this is a connection. His connection with the wealthy man, with the power, has ended, has changed. Wow, what a back row here. All right, let's see what's coming up for him in the future. He doesn't have the protection, nor potentially a pardon of the president. So now we have a gift. And as I said those words, in the future, because if he knew about a planning of an insurrection and he did nothing in terms of letting the authorities know, then what's he going to do? Something's going to be offered to Hannity. What is that? Give us evidence. Bad health. All right, so things are taking a turn for the worse with Hannity. He will be, I don't know, you know, as the evidence comes out, and we've got mature man here. What's clarifying that? Poverty. Okay, so for here, it looks like he will provide evidence in some way, perhaps strike up a deal. We're talking down the track when the DOJ may press these charges or indict various parties for a planned insurrection. We've got here a tremendous fall from grace here, including financially. The basis of the pack, distant horizons, and unexpected income and sudden wealth takes me back to that Empress card and the 10 of Pentacles There's something around money here that he does not want anyone to know about. It's something about his income. Something in the past that he doesn't want to emerge, something to do with money. This is above and beyond his salary at Fox. Interesting how these Kipper cards might work. Now, I just want to say also, I did a reading a little while ago that Mark Meadows may have been cooperating with the committee, even though he's refused to appear. I still hang my hat on that reading. He handed over a lot of emails and texts, then released a book about that wasn't very favourable to the ex-president. Then he said, I'm not appearing. I do feel he, despite all of that, he's cooperating with the committee. I mean, you don't hand over all that incriminating evidence. We don't know what other investigations are ongoing at the FBI and DOJ level. We don't know who's talking to who because there's such a tight lid on it. So I just want to see, has Meadows cooperated with the committee further to what he already has? Is Mark Meadows cooperating with the committee? I'm feeling yes, he is. 3 of Pentacles. So, and the Chariot, okay? And the 2 of Wands. He had a choice to make, something coming to fruition in time. And we've got the Empress card. Yes, the Hierophant, the government. So when I just bringing these down, we've got 3. He's not just cooperating with only the committee. He's cooperating with the third party as well. We've got the Chariot, which is things moving very, very quickly. We've got the 2 of Wands, something coming to fruition in time. And we've got the government, the Hierophant, the law, the courts. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 yes cards, if you want to look at it like that. But it kind of, I think it's not just the committees cooperating with. Can we just have some overlaying cards here from the Kipper? Is Mark Meadows cooperating with the authorities and the government? So we have mature woman, which is interesting. I do feel there's someone within the DOJ. Mature man. Points to Garland. We've got a message here. And thoughts. Okay, so he's received a message, I think. I do feel there's someone within the DOJ. Is it the civil rights? I don't know which branch. There is a woman there that is spearheading this kind of investigation. I do feel that's Garland. And we've got a message here. A message and contemplation. He could have been approached to cooperate. Privileged lady and the house. That's interesting. And adjudication points to Ivanka Trump as well. Always thought she would cooperate at the end of the day. Somehow Meadows is tied to Ivanka. He is talking, I feel, to the authorities. I'm just going to put it like that. Even though he has an appearance of having handed over all the evidence that has allowed them to gain so much information and then withdraw. Now, he hasn't been criminally indicted, has he, for contempt of Congress? Interesting. All right, going to leave it there. I just had to jump back on. I'll release my climate change predictions in more detail 2022 and beyond. The cards were really on fire that day when I did that reading, so I'll bring that to you a bit later on. In the meantime, I'm having a bit of downtime. Bye for now. Thanks for supporting the channel, and to all those who donated, a big thumbs up to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.